My name is Songeze. My surname is Pahlindlela. I was born in the Eastern Cape in a place called Batawe Hospital in 1995 December. I grew up there until the age of at about 6 to 7. Then I came to the Western Cape in Cape Town in a township called Khayelitsha at TR section. I continued with my studies. I left Eastern Cape past grade 1. Then when I arrived here, I continued to grade 2 in a primary school at Khayelitsha at Site B in a school called Ikosi Primary School. I studied there until grade 7. Then I went to Luhlaza High School in Khayelitsha at A section nearby a total garage called Bonjo up until my grade 12. And from there, when I was doing my high school studies, my high school level, I never thought of coming to university at all. My mom used to tell me when I was in grade 11 that I must pay my full attention to my studies because I'm going to use that report, my grade 12 November report, to apply for university. I never took that thing serious, and I told myself that I'll never come here. Immediately after I finished my grade 12, I want to find a job and get employed and start working immediately. Then when I was doing my grade 12, my mom reminded me that thing also because I never passed well in grade 11. She reminded me that I must focus now because it's do or die. Once I fail my grade 12, that means I won't be able to come here and further my studies. I told myself that no, since I don't want to go there, I'm not going to pass well. Then I targeted that I must at least pass. If I pass grade 12, I must pass with H, meeting a requirement, minimum requirement for higher certificate admission in tertiary institution. Then even when I was studying during September, October for final exams, I was always aiming for at least H, not going to D or B, but it happened that I passed with B. Then she applied for me, she forced me to apply by all means necessary. Then I applied in many universities of South Africa. I applied here in CPUT, I applied in UWC, I applied in Forte, also in Wusu. She spent quite some money on the application fees, and I was rejected in all the institutions. Up until 2013 January, when I called Forte University and asked them about my application because they never responded. They asked me how did I do. I was already here in the Western Cape. They asked me what symbol did I obtain. Then I told them that I obtained B. Then they said no. At Forte I applied for broadcasting. Then they told me that if I'm able to go there, I must go there. They are going to take me because there are people that they accepted but did not meet the minimum requirement on their final results. Some of them passed with B, so they said they are going to take those people out of 16. Then I'm going to be one of those who are going to be allowed. I told them that no, I'm in the Western Cape, and my mom didn't want me to leave the province at that time. She was crossing fingers that I get accepted here in the Western Cape, but it happened that I can only be accepted in Fort, and then that's when I quitted for university study or for furthering my studies in 2013. Then I went to look for a job. There was a place called Workforce Staffing in Brackenfell. That's where I went around February 2013. I went there. It's an agency. I went there, then they took me and offered me a job immediately. I started as a picker there, as a general worker for 1 week. Then following week, I was given a position of a picker. It's a warehouse of ShopRite, where ShopRite keeps their store, their stock. Then a few months later, I was a replenisher. Then also I was promoted to being a clerk before I left there. Then 2014, I came to CPUT. I started being politically active in 2009, when at TR section we were protesting for houses and service delivery. There was a guy there called Luvuyo Hepe, whom he happened to be a ward councillor in 2009 before local government elections. That's when I started being politically active, and we used to protest there. That's how I started becoming politically active. I saw a necessity of me being politically active because of the environment that I grew up in, and the situation and the dynamics of that place, and Cape Town as well. There we were staying in a sophisticated area to a point whereby even when I arrived here, I was very shocked to see people staying in squatter camps, staying in ghetto. Then I joined the struggle of a black person of fighting for land. Then in 2011, Julius Malema was elected to be the president of ANC Youth League. Still, I did not see a necessity of myself joining the ANC, because by that time, my mind was already made aware that ANC is the one that liberated us, is the one that is supposed to take back the land and redistribute it to the citizens, so that everyone can have proper houses and proper service delivery. But I joined the EFF with the policies of the Youth League that they resolved in that conference of August in 2011. In 2013, when it was formed, that's when and how I joined the EFF, because it speaks to the needs of the people. It speaks to how do we resolve the issue of land, and how do we transform the economy of South Africa, so that it speaks to the black people, not only to the black people, but to all people who live in South Africa and those who are currently owning the economy. It speaks to different nations of the country. That's how I joined the politics, and I'm still politically active. I doubt if I will ever stop up until a black child is emancipated.